Charter's 2021 Earth Day Rally. It's great to see so many people join this crucial discussion by raising awareness and showing support. I'm Daphne Bailey, and I'm one of the leaders of Charter's Ecoalliance Club. Our leadership team and all of our eco scholars are so honored to have this star-studded lineup of speakers to help make history. We would like to thank Delaware Riverkeeper Network, Plastic Free Delaware, Zero Waste First State, and all of the other organizations who helped make this amazing event possible. We rally here today to emphasize the critical connection between the future health of the environment and the future health of all citizens. We show our support for the Green Amendment, which puts environmental rights on par with fundamental rights like freedom of speech and freedom of religion. This amendment, as you will soon hear, protects our rights to clean air, potable water, and stable climate to ensure the environment that connects us all thrives. Everyone here should be proud of themselves and their involvement in taking the next steps concerning such a universal issue. Together, our passionate voices that determine a response to the climate emergency are powerful and will not go unheard. To kickstart our speakers, I'm so excited to introduce our president of Ecoalliance, David Yan, who will talk more on our club, this event, and our first guest speaker. Thanks everyone, and let's get excited. We are the change.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I am David Yan, the president of Ecoalliance at the Charter School of Wilmington. Since the founding of our club, we have made tremendous progress in harnessing student activism for real change in our community. We've participated in a climate strike in Teach-In, brought insightful environmental programming to all of our members, and advocated for progressive environmental legislation. Today, I'm pleased to welcome everybody to our Earth Day rally to celebrate the announcement of Delaware's Green Amendment, which will guarantee the rights of all people, including future generations, to pure water, clean air, a stable climate, and a healthy environment. This upcoming bill is truly a culmination of all of our efforts at Charter. In fact, the bill number is 220, the room that Ecoalliance was founded in. Today, I want everyone to show the world that we students really do care about the environment. And before I let our wonderful speakers take over, I would once again like to thank everyone for coming, and I would like to thank our student leaders for all their effort. I also want to give special thanks to Mrs. Messinger for making all the work that we do possible. Now I am pleased to introduce Medina Wilson-Anton, a Charter alumna from the class of 2011 and a recently elected member of the Delaware House of Representatives, who has been instrumental in getting a Green Amendment proposed here in Delaware.
How's it going, Charter? How we doing? So just a little less than 10 years ago was my last time on this field. And so I'm gonna lead you guys in a chant. I don't know if you guys are still doing this chant at Charter, but we used to do CH, what up, AR, the best by far, TER. We play with heart. Well, we advocate with heart, right? It's Charter. Is that an old school chant, or do you guys know that one? You know what? All right, let's do it together. Ready? CH, AR, TER. We'll work on that. Thank you so much for having me and for the advocacy that you guys are doing on this really important issue. Like was mentioned, I'm an alumna of the class of 2011. And I'm super proud of the work that you all are doing here at Charter. When I was a student, I was part of the environmental club. And I remember as a student worrying about our environment and what we were going to leave for future generations. Part of what we did as a club was collect paper that would have ended up in the trash. And Ms. Mess is shaking her head. Hopefully that's happening without student input now, right? But the work of students is so important as we talk about our environment and protecting it. I ran for office just about a year and a half ago. And if it wasn't for the young people that were in high school and college, there's no way I would have been successful. Some of those students are here today. And shout out to all of you for making your voices heard and making an impact on our government. The UN told us that we have less than 10 years before the impacts of climate change are irreversible. Time's ticking away. And while all of us recognize that we're dealing with a climate emergency, if we're not taking bold action to stem the effects of that emergency, It's just as bad as not even realizing that it's happening. That's why the Green Amendment is so important. Right now in Delaware, so many communities are dealing with polluted water, polluted air. Some communities come outside from their homes and their cars are covered in dust that are giving them cancer and other ailments like that. This amendment is so important because we need to make sure that all Delawareans have their rights in our Constitution, a right to clean air, clean water, and a clean environment. And you all have started this process for us as a state. Keep the energy going. As someone young, I know how frustrating it can be when older people tell you to slow down, calm down, and maybe even are kind of patronizing and tell you that your energy will go away with time. Don't listen to them. Keep pushing. If I listened to people like that, I wouldn't be here today as a state legislator. And the youngest one at that. I hope that some of you will be joining me in the halls of power soon as legislators. Keep using your voices. Keep pushing for the changes that we need as a state and as a country and as a world. Thank you so much for having me today, and keep the movement going.
When do we want it?
Now!
Hi everyone, my name is Claire Stella and I am a junior here at the Charter School of Wilmington, and I am one of the leaders and co-founders of Ecoalliance. Right now, there are only 2 states in the U.S. who have added the Green Amendment to their constitution. Delaware, usually the first state, is lacking in this department. However, we're not far behind, with some of our legislators meeting today to propose our very own Green Amendment, and we need to do whatever we can to help push this amendment through. To do this, we need each and every one of you to sign the petitions using the QR codes on the posters up on the fence and contact your local representatives. Our next speaker is a veteran activist and a voice for change. She's an advocate for environmental protections and legislation, including this amendment. So can we all give a warm welcome to Carrie Evelyn Harris.
Hey, everybody. Can you hear me okay? All right, we just realized we have to speak into the lower mic, so that's why you couldn't hear all the other speeches too well. But thank you guys for having me, and thank you for coming out today. It is a warm, sunny, beautiful day, and you all still showed up. So I commend you, and this is what it's going to take to win this battle. I want to apologize for my generation and the generations prior for giving you an uphill battle to win. But it is a winnable battle. You guys can make this happen. This Green Amendment is going to make it better for your generations and generations going forward in ways that we were never able to do it in the past. We could have, but we didn't have the political will. We didn't have the want and passion that you guys definitely do and have shown by showing up again on this warm, beautiful day. But what I can say to you is this. Every word in the amendment matters. Just like every action you take from this day forward to make sure this amendment passes will matter. Making sure you talk to your parents. If you're able to vote, to vote. If you're not yet, to get out and help us knock on doors, make phone calls to make sure that this amendment passes. If you're not aware, we have to pass this through 2 legislative sessions, 2 consecutive legislative sessions. That means a lot of people power to make sure that folks are aware of what this means for their lives. Clean air, clean water, fresh soil to grow our food from is essential. It's not an option. It's a right. It's not an option. And we need your voices to help us carry this over the finish line. And we thank each and every one of you for being willing to step up. And your presence here today proves to us that we have some warriors that will get us through this battle and make sure that future generations never suffer like you have had. So thank you again. And know that I will stand shoulder to shoulder with you in this fight from now until the end. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for coming out. I'm Anna Casarino. I'm one of the leaders of Ecoalliance. We're so proud of the work that we've all been doing with the cleanups, with the plastic drives, everything that we've been doing to protect our environment. These green amendments are a monumental next step to preserve our environment. I encourage you all to sign the petitions that are on the QR codes, on the posters all around. There's some on the tables. We want to encourage our legislators to pass this law because it's gonna protect our environment so much. Thank you guys for coming out. Thanks for showing your support. I'd like to introduce Maya Van Rossum, who is Delaware Riverkeeper and one of the founders and leaders of the Green Amendment movement.
All right, it is so awesome to be here at the Charter School of Wilmington to celebrate Earth Day! Woo! Right, the sun came out to shine, the wind started blowing, all in celebration with you and with me for this beautiful day where we're celebrating the earth that supports us and enriches all of our lives, but we're also here to demonstrate our commitment to protect this earth for present and future generations, not just for the people, yes, for the people, but also for the plants and the animals and the ecosystems with whom we share this earth that don't have a voice unless we give them a voice. So thank you for standing up for the earth, standing up and demonstrating your commitment. Delaware, the state of Delaware has so much beauty and so much environmental beauty to celebrate and to share. But unfortunately, there's also a scary, dangerous underbelly of pollution and contamination that's damaging and devastating the health and the safety of people's lives across the state. Just a look at the news headlines proves the point. So I went on Google, I did my quick Google search, and I pulled the first 4 headlines that came up. And this is what they said about the state of Delaware. Nasty pollutants in Delaware drinking water put your health at risk. I know that sucks. For 19th year in a row, Newcastle County gets an F for clean air. A new report finds high health risks in Delaware communities from toxic pollution. And poor and minority communities bear the brunt of pollution. Clearly, something is wrong. Something is very, very wrong here in the state of Delaware when it comes to environmental protection. And as the founder of the National Green Amendments for the Generations movement, I can tell you that one of the most important fundamental things that are wrong is that we are not respecting and protecting and recognizing the inalienable, inherent, indefeasible rights of all people, of you, of me, of everyone here, to clean water and clean air, a stable climate, and healthy environments. In the Bill of Rights section of the Delaware Constitution, right, we protect people from unreasonable searches and seizures. We protect their right to their freedom of religion. We protect their right to free speech. We protect the free press. We protect the right of people to bear arms for their defense, for hunting, and for recreation. But we don't protect the basic fundamentals of life, the rights of all people to clean water, clean air, a livable climate, and healthy environments. That has to change. And today we start that change with you, with me, with Representative Wilson-Anton, who is leading the way in the Delaware State Legislature, proposing a Delaware Green Amendment. Right? We all need a healthy environment to live, to survive, and to thrive. So it is just and right that we would protect our environmental rights in the same way we protect those other fundamental rights we hold dear, like speech, property, and even gun rights. When this Green Amendment passes, it will dramatically change environmental protection here in the state of Delaware. It will empower government officials to do a better job of protecting our environment. And it will empower the people of Delaware to hold our government officials accountable when they put industry and profits and pollution above the rights of the people to the basic fundamentals of life: clean water, clean air, a stable climate, and healthy environments. So I thank you all for coming out today, enjoying the sun, enjoying the wind, and celebrating, what's this beautiful day? Earth Day, where we come out and celebrate the earth and we renew our commitment to protect this beautiful earth for you and for present and future generations. Thank you so, so much for your power, your energy, and your dedication. You're magnificent. Happy Earth Day! What do we want? Green Amendment! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? A Green Amendment! When do we want it? Now! Woo! Woo!
First of all, happy Earth Day. My name is Emily Gracie. I'm a junior here at the Charter School of Wilmington and one of the leaders and co-founders of the CSW Ecoalliance Club. I just want to start by saying I'm so excited that you guys are all here, and I really, really appreciate like all of your commitment and the fact that you guys showed up even though it's like really windy and freezing. I'm so happy that our club was able to organize something like this, especially with like COVID and everything else going on. It's been so long since we've had a march or rally, and I'm glad that everyone was here to be able to do that with us. I'm so glad we were able to show our support for the Green Amendment, which will ensure the right to clean and livable planet for ourselves and for future generations, because generations before us could not do that for us. With that being said, it's my pleasure to introduce my friend Claire Andreason, a co-founder and leader of the club, and the creator of many of our educational presentations for the club.
Hi everyone, I'm Claire, another one of the Ecoalliance leaders. And I would just like to start off by saying thank you to everyone who is watching today, whether through our live stream or whether in person. It means a lot to see you all, to see all the students and citizens who are dedicated towards helping us achieve a cleaner planet. So in accordance with this goal, I am excited to announce that Ecoalliance is starting a new plastic drive initiative this spring in partnership with Ecoplastics Projects of Delaware. This is a nonprofit organization that takes plastics and turns them into benches, bike racks, sandboxes, and tables. And so we will be collecting number 1 and 2 plastics at school, and also we will be offering an at-home pickup option. So participating students will save up plastics used in their own homes, and Ecoalliance leaders and volunteers will pick them up directly from houses on Sunday afternoons. So the more we collect, the more we can offset the cost to purchase our very own recyclable or recycled memorial bench to donate to Charter. For more information about this, as well as the sign-up sheet, we have QR codes. I'll hand them out after the rally. So this is a simple way to put our plastics to a good cause. However, recycling and repurposing is in no way a substitute for reduced plastic consumption. I know many students who came out to our coastal cleanup this past weekend saw the devastating prevalence of plastic in our waterways, whilst picking up microplastics, plastic water bottles, plastic toothbrushes, utensils, cigarette butts, and more, like so much plastic. So I'm here to ask you to look at the amount of plastic you consume and the ways that you can reduce your consumption. Whether it's buying in bulk, using bar shampoos, toothpaste tablets, metal straws, or travel bamboo utensils, carrying a reusable water bottle or grocery bag, or buying fresh at local farmers markets, there are simple ways that you can help us move towards a plastic-free economy. We also need to demand that producers change their packaging and reduce use of single-use plastics. Vote with your dollars and write to these companies. It's essential that we attack the plastic problem in every avenue possible in order to bring about appreciable change.
And now I would like to introduce 2 freshmen, Sai and Sahana, who will share their environmental stories.
Hello everyone. My name is Sahana, and I'm a freshman here at Charter. And even though I've only been at Charter for a short amount of time, I'm very passionate about saving the environment. And I just think it's a super important issue, and I'm so glad that CSW Ecoalliance and Mrs. Messinger have been so passionate about working towards this. And I believe the Green Amendment and the Plastic Free Initiative are so crucial and so important right now. What we stand on should be what we stand for. It is our responsibility to maintain our home, and we must fight for our basic human rights. We also must continue to fight for a state constitution that protects the lives for future generations. I'm so glad that we're all here today and united to do this. All of our environmental leaders here today have done so much towards this goal, and I'm so glad. Everyone here today is a leader, and we should all continue to lead and pave the way for new environmental legislation and unity amongst our people. We should not be afraid to use our voice for the greater and greener good. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Sai, and I'm also a freshman at the Charter School of Wilmington. And even though it's been such a less time here, we've still experienced all the greatness that Charter has to provide for us. And here I'll be speaking about my eco story today. Green amendments can help save our world. Let's keep our Earth healthy by reducing our consumption and waste. Approximately 40% of the world's litter is burned in open air, increasing the amount of toxic, which is a leading factor of air pollution. At this rate, future generations will not be able to survive. So why not reduce litter? Why not get together to support the Green Amendments to achieve basic rights so our environment can thrive? Similarly, plastic threatens our chain of food chains. The health of all the Earth species, coastal tourism, and accelerates climate changes as these plastics are incinerated and released into the air. There are alternatives. We can make the choice to consume less plastic. Green amendments can raise awareness towards the alternatives to plastic and more readily make them available to consumers and protect environmental rights. Let's live and allow others to live while keeping our environment clean. Get together to support a Delaware Green Amendment. It's our planet, it's our home, so let's support these amendments and go green for a more sustainable world. Our planet keeps us healthy, and so now it is our time to keep our planet healthy. Our Earth, our planet, which has supported us and so much more till this date, needs our support. Let's free this world from pollution and keep our surroundings clean to allow all beings to live peacefully. Think green and live clean. Thank you.
That was amazing. I can't even believe you guys are freshmen. I know I was not that eloquently spoken when I was a freshman. Hello, everyone. It's so great seeing you all here. My name is Neha Viragundam, and before I begin, I'd like to thank all of our wonderful speakers for taking the time to come out and educate us all. Whether it is through creating legislation, advocating for criminal justice, leading a national movement, advocating for clean water, or spreading awareness through educational programs, our speakers have done and will continue to do amazing things for the world we live in. I would also like to thank all of you for coming out today and showing your support for the Green Amendment. It's very uplifting to see so many other people, young and old, hold a passion for protecting our environment. Now, I'd like to share with you the story of Ecoalliance. It all started 3 years ago when the Ecoalliance leadership team were all just scared little freshmen roaming the halls of Charter, trying to find our next classes. I can assure you that at that time, we were more worried about passing Mrs. Messinger's rigorous ISS test more than anything regarding the environment. We'd create study guides longer than novels and numerous Quizlets to memorize every possible thing that could be on a test. Luckily, somewhere along the way, we stopped memorizing and started understanding. We started understanding that the class was not set in a vacuum. We started to understand that every single Supreme Court case and law we talked about in class actually had an effect on our lives. We understood that the movements we read about are the reasons we have such privileges today. We understood so much, but didn't understand why the environment was pushed under the rug for so long. It was always a second thought, never considered until it was too late. That's why a couple of other students and I decided to start Ecoalliance, to advocate for what we believe in, putting the environment first, which is also exactly what a Green Amendment does. It requires government officials to consider the environmental effects of legislation first. A Green Amendment would mandate that all people have the same environmental rights, including future generations. It would require lawmakers to start preventing environmental harm, instead of just dealing with it after it occurs. It would allow communities to hold officials accountable when their decisions violate environmental rights for both present and future generations. That is why we need to pass it. We need to protect the environment for the future, a future filled with our children, grandchildren, children of children. We need to do better for them than past generations have done for us. As you leave here today, I urge you to show your support. Sign more petitions. Sign this petition. Email your legislators. Get your parents involved. Get your friends involved. Get your cousin's hairdresser involved. I want you to make those sustainable changes in your lifestyle. Get those bamboo straws. Buy secondhand clothing. Bike more frequently. Do every little thing you can to make your community better. Pick up that piece of trash on the sidewalk. Plant a fruit tree. Stop using pesticides. Do all you can, because now it is our turn to create change. And I know we shall all change the world in the best possible ways. Thank you.
What
streets,